6:30 p.m. We will call the City Homestead Committee of the whole meeting to order.
Long day.
I'll now entertain a motion to approve the April 15th, 2008 minutes.
I'll move them.
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the ayes carry. Thank you. Item B, Safe Neighborhood Parks 2007 Recaptured Funds Agreement, tab 2.
I move it.
Second it.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any comments or questions on this item from council? Any comments or questions from the public? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the ayes carry. Item C, Interlocal Agreement, Annexation of Municipal Boundaries, tab 3. Good news, Mr. Shahada. Let me entertain a motion for approval first.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Mr. Shahada.
Mayor and Council, this is the annex area we're working on, Shari Kamali and our attorneys, and I think Shari will be one and white for a few minutes and show you where the location is. This is just a routine thing the county asks for before they accept an annexation. So we have to enter into an interlocal agreement for annexation. It's standard agreement.
Very good. Thank you. Any further questions, comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the ayes carry. Thank you. Finance Enterprise Committee, Councilwoman Lobos.
Thank you, Mayor Bell. We're moving really fast tonight. Okay, we're looking at tab 4. It's a budget amendment for fiscal year 2007-2008. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Thank you. And I'll let the city manager make some comments, and Jan Smith, she's the director of finance, and she's here tonight. But it is my understanding that she met with all of us and explained it, and I just wanted to make a couple of comments that in reviewing this, I see that out of the 27 million, 17 million is just to close out the Park of Commerce, and that's primarily the significant budget amendment that we're doing tonight. And then also, just to make a comment to the rest of council about Parks and Recs, you know, I think that we knew that there was a problem in Parks and Recs before, but I really did not until I was meeting with staff and the city manager, did not realize what a mess Parks and Recs really was in. And I know, Robert Landon, you just have quite a duty there to clean up this mess. But as we look at it here, a lot of the mistakes were done during the time that we were receiving a lot of revenue. So now we have the responsibility of cleaning up this department with significantly less revenue, and that's going to be a difficult task to do. But one of the things that I've spoken to staff about is to prioritize. You know, we had a lot of Parks and Recs projects out there. Let's focus on a couple and get them done. Let's get the Harris Field thing done. Let's get Audubon Park's issue resolved and completed. And let's get on to the next two items, which are really a priority for us, is the Senior Center and the Mayor Warren Park. And so I appreciate the department that you just took on, Robert, and then also appreciate the work that is being done by our city manager. Aside from that, I don't have any other comments. Mr. Shahada, do you have any comments?
Madam Chair, council members, I just want to add to the issue we're working on. I can tell you the most difficult task since I became a city manager is to deal with the parks and recreation issues. That's capital projects and grants. I know I'm working with Joanna and Robert Landon and Julio and Shiri also on these projects. When it's ready, I will give you a memorandum of where we stand on the parks and recreation issues. It's what Councilwoman Lopez said is right on target. But just talking about the absolutely in terms of priorities, we know the priorities we have to do there, and the good news is we receive a call from Dade County that verbally they are approving they're going to approve the cleaning for the Roscoe Warren Park, the contaminated park. We met with the contractor and we agreed to things, and we're going to have a kick-off meeting on Thursday with the contractor and the engineers and everybody to start the cleaning. And we are also working to phase the park project into the same at the same time while we are doing cleaning, to do phases of the project as a park, in terms of parameters, entrance to the park, do whatever we can do while they are doing the cleaning, so we expedite the project.
Thank you. Ms. Lavos?
Go ahead, Mayor Bell.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the work, and I appreciated the budget briefing that I had received. And very often when you have a new administration, a lot of changes, you inherit good and you inherit the bad as well. And we are inheriting some challenges with the Parks and Recreation Department, and they're not insurmountable, but they are quite a challenge. And Councilman McCormick, that's just a challenge that we're going to take on with the Parks and Recreation, because there are some very good projects, and I want to see the soccer fields in Roscoe Warren Park that we have been promising our citizens for a long, long time, and we want to see the completion of the bathroom project and the Villages of Homestead Park, and so we are prioritizing, and you're absolutely right, Councilman Lavos and Councilman McCormick, I know you're working on this, and so we are going to be prioritizing and doing those in order, but it is a shame that there seem to be, there's a new Parks and Recreation Director, new Assistant Manager, so we're starting with a clean slate here, but we have a lot of cleanup to do, and we're not just cleaning up the polluted Roscoe Warren Park, we have to also clean up what was a polluted department, so we're working on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Bell. Jan, do you have any other comments to make?
No, I think you covered everything.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from council?
No.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will say that I got a call from Councilwoman Sierra today, and she had a very important business meeting that she had to attend to this evening, and I know Councilwoman Waldman is still out as well with her surgery. So I wanted just to thank everybody for being here. Any comments or questions? Any comments, Mr. Nelson?
Not at this time.
John?
Not today.
Ms. Lavos? No. I do want to let the rest of the council and the public that is here know that the card letting the public know that we are going to start accepting payments at Western Union was approved, and it will be going out in the mail this coming week, so look for it. And if there's any suggestions or anything that you feel we need to change, please feel free to contact me and let me know.
Thank you. Councilman McCormick?
Yes, very brief. I would just like the mayor's support and also the council support in developing a Southwest Advisory Committee for the Southwest neighborhood. And this would help me to better assist the residents in ideas, issues, and also just being a link between the residents and the city. So I would like once again, the support of the council and also the mayor, and giving the city attorneys the right to go ahead and draft an ordinance so we can get this thing out to the residents of the Southwest neighborhood.
Councilman McCormick, I think that is a fantastic idea, and you absolutely have my support, and I'm sure you have the entire council support. Great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Shahada?
Mayor, Council, I know I directed some emails to you, and Mayor, you personally are aware, you called me actually the first thing about the $500,000 grant. You called me on Sunday about it for stormwater management. I just want to say, last night I also received another call from Jose Fuentes, one of our lobbyists, telling me we're going to also, actually we are on the list for another $500,000 for the emergency center, and we are also on the list for $100,000 for recycling activities at Solid Waste Division, a total of $1.1 million. Hopefully the governor is not going to veto anything or reduce anything. But I just want to say, I think our trips to Tallahassee paid off, and if the return is this way, we have to have a local office in Tallahassee.
Well, Mr. Shahada, I was gonna wait. It's fine that you brought it up. I was gonna wait till Monday night's council meeting and bring it up then, but we can definitely bring it up and mention it again. I got a call from Jose Fuentes as well, and it's very, very good news. I'm very excited about it. And of course, we're not going to sing too much until the money's in the bank, but it looks very good right now, and it's definitely worth the 3 trips to Tallahassee, the 3 tiring trips in and out, because you go in and out very quickly to Tallahassee, then walking back and forth. But let me tell you something, and there's nothing like that face-to-face time with your legislators in Tallahassee and in D.C. as well. It's one thing to get a fax or a phone call, but when you go in their offices and you sit with them, and you sit with their legislative assistants, and you speak with them, and then you come back, and then you come back again, and then you may go have lunch with them, they appreciate that so much that you go up there and physically sit in front of them and physically visit them, and then they recognize and remember your needs as well. So that's why I've always thought that face-to-face was so important. Even last year, there was only 2 of us who went last year, and that's how I thought it was so important to constantly build up that relationship with our legislators. Mr. Zahara.
Mayor, I just also want to add one thing. I know you will not hear me saying it frequently, but I really want to thank my assistant, Joanna.
Yes.
Some of these projects where it came to her attention where they need the information like practically immediately. There's an opportunity here submitted to us, and she here and working with Elizabeth, they did it within sometimes minutes or just very short period of time, because the window of opportunity was just like that.
And isn't that especially true on the D.C. level? Didn't they need so much information?
It's the same thing for D.C. Like, for example, the stormwater was something we knew about, but she has to revise it several times. Actually, when we were in Tallahassee, they called her and say, you need to revise this, and she would revise it. The $500,000 for the emergency center, something she did extremely quick, and the recycling. So I don't want her head to get big, but she did an outstanding job here in Elizabeth, and I'd like to recognize her in front of council.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Joanna. We appreciate your work. Thank you. I think that's it. With no more business to attend to, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. I predicted 15 minutes, and that's exactly what it was. Thank you.